Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a bunch of important stuff to get over, so let's just head right into the charts. Alright, so heading over to Bitcoin. I told you guys earlier, I told you guys last night, I said, listen, you know, we're looking at the balance, we don't know exactly where it's heading. Right now this wasn't looking good, it came out of our golden pocket area, it headed down, it's at a lower low. Where is that? Oh no, this was the start to our Fibonacci. So we have this fib, and it looks like it's breaking out of this golden pocket area right here. And then we have a green circle, but this is on the 1 hour. So don't trip. All right, because look at right here, there seems to be some manipulation right here. This basically indicates that we have a trend reversal, and essentially we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. This is an uptrend, and essentially we got a trend reversal. I mean, I guess you could say that, that we were in a downtrend and then this is a trend reversal into an uptrend, but we were already in an uptrend, so I'm pretty sure this is trend reversal down. But then we do have continuation, bullish continuation. We have this green dot. So, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people last night asked me, like, what would you do if you had like 1,200 or whatever? And I said, well, to be honest with you, like, I have a check right now that I'm working with for 5,000, and like, what would I do right now? Well, actually, when I saw this, I actually bought in to Ethereum because Ethereum and Bitcoin are extremely correlated. I actually bought into Ethereum. So I have $5,000 check. I put in 1,250. So I put in 1/4 into Ethereum and basically the other. So I denoted 50% of that check towards Ethereum, and then I have the other 50% going towards like Bitcoin, and then like we'll look at other like bigger altcoins, or it's good to just have like 25% on the side. So like 50% denoted to Ethereum, 25 to Bitcoin, and then right now I don't have anything else that I'm really looking at that's like a screaming buy right now. But that's different than like, like you're looking for possibly an entry. Um, I wouldn't make a long right here. I would scalp the long that I'm in right now, which is what I'm planning on doing. So, you guys know that we entered into a long position, a very small long position. We just started cost base averaging out our position, and we're already in profits on that. So, I'm really just looking at this continuation up, and I mean, I can pull it up on my phone. Like, I had a trade open before when we dumped, and so, it was a very small, but I had a little trade open before we dumped, and so my cost base averaging in wasn't the best, but we're still up. We're still making money in these markets, you know. And I was excited last night to show you guys that, I mean, we'll be in profitable trades. Like, don't worry about it. Like, this channel is gonna kill it, but um, we're just, the heck? Oh, that's Ethereum. We just went profitable on an Ethereum trade. Oh shoot, we're up 6%. All right. So like we're just making like this isn't good money. I promise you this is nothing. We're up 40 bucks on this little trade. Let me see if you can. This is just a little baby trade, very conservative, very, whatever. Here you go. Always gains on the channel, Um, trading is my job, so like 34 bucks, like that's nothing, trust me. And I got multiple trades open and blah blah blah. But so like I'd really just look to scalp some of these profits, like potentially with this green dot. I'm not really looking for another long position. I want to enter into a position of power. So when it comes to like I just bought some Ethereum because there's that potential that this is the reversal. It's kind of looking that way as far as this retrace right here. We set up this retrace. We went from swing high to swing low. We looked at this, golden pocket area. I'm like, like let's look at this area. Let's see how it interacts with the golden pocket. And basically we broke above the golden pocket right now. And then what I was looking at earlier, and I can draw this out for you, but I'm just going to outline it real quick for you. You essentially have an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So you have the first shoulder right here, head, and then essentially the second shoulder right here. It's kind of sloppy. Drew out the measured move for it, and the measured move for it is testing this bearish, could be a bearish retest, but we're essentially testing the outside of this consolidation pattern that we broke out of, and so we're basically going to look to see how substantial this move is going to be. Like, so here's what I'm saying, and this is really where this is where my head is, and I want you guys to have the exact same ideas. Okay, so right here, this is where our price action is. This is where our measured move is. If we go up to this move, which it looks like we're heading towards, and we retest this area and we break through it, then we could continue higher. If we test this area and hit it as resistance and then move lower, that's a bearish retest confirmation confirming this breakout. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking to essentially, we'll see how this move ends up playing out, and I'll take profits on my position possibly. I would recommend maybe taking profits on your position if you're in profits. Not right now, but I'm just talking about like as we start moving up, like let's check out the market sentiment. Let's see what's going on because if we get a bearish retest right here, if you're in profits, taking these kind of trades that we were talking about on the channel, um, if you're in profits right here, then cost base averaging your precise lower, taking profits, taking a little bit of money off the table, and then as we move lower, cost base averaging in, like, once we get those targets that we were looking at. So is the dump over? No one really knows, but right now, like, we got to take it level by level. And right now, what the level that we're looking for is we're looking for a bearish retest potentially. And that's the bullish scenario and the bearish scenario. The bullish scenario is this inverse head and shoulders plays out. The bulls come in, they give this idea some validity, but then they gotta break this area. So this is what we're looking at right now on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, on the higher time frames, we're still looking pretty bearish. So this is really just an idea, and like I said, you want to come in from a position of power if you're going to be longing this thing. So, am I opening up a position? Am I opening up a long position at this, green dot? Nah, this is more of a scalping than anything. This basically is saying, okay, we can move higher, but who's to say that we don't hit this and then come down? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, especially because like when you understand the dynamics behind like longing an anti-inflationary asset, like maybe it's just me, but take your profits and keep your Bitcoin safe. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I mean that's pretty much all I have for you on the 1 hour. Like that's pretty much what we're looking at, and then we have this Fibonacci area that we're looking at right here, and it looks like it broke above it. So essentially, unless we had a test and we bounced back below this area, found support, and then moved higher. So I guess we can keep it. Let me see how the stream's doing. Ask me questions if you have any questions specifically, but basically what I'm saying is I'm telling you like my exact trades. Like I just showed you one of my exact trades. Not only did I show you my exact trade, but I showed you what I'm buying, where I'm buying, how I'm buying. I bought 25% of my buying power, like when I'm buying. So I have buying power, which is the new money that I'm bringing into the space, and then I already have a set aside trading portfolio. So I have like a trading portfolio that has like 4.5% of my buying power is in a trade right now. And then that's just money set aside, denominated in Bitcoin, used as collateral to fulfill my trades. And then I have like new capital coming in, and out of my new capital coming in, I have 25% denoted to Ethereum because I just think that's the best buy in the cryptocurrency space right now. And basically, with my buying power, like my new buying power, I basically just want to make sure that I'm locking in, that potential dip and that we don't just, blast off from here. Because, like, if you guys are looking for a long position, like this isn't it. Like I'm telling you guys, be more conservative. Have just a little bit of patience. If you're longing in the market, yeah, I just put in a buy order. And if you're buying, you don't have to sweat a few positions. But when you're longing, you always want to come in. You always want to long from a position of power. You always want a really good long position. When you're buying, it's different. You can just buy and sweat a few bucks. Don't matter and cost base average in. That's fine. But like think about it like this. we can fall back into this consolidation pattern, break up on top, confirm it, and then, you got all the way up to 53,000. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to find a long from a position of, look how much room we have. Look how much room we have before we can start confirming some really good patterns. Right here, you might be looking at the stream last night, and if you're newer to the space, you might be like, but you told me not to long right here. Yeah, because we don't know. We don't have all the information. I can only tell you what the charts are telling me. I can only tell you what the charts are telling me. And the charts are telling me, no, this is not it. You know what I'm saying? So, if we get one of these on a 12 hour, baby, that's a decent long position, especially if we get these indicators to back that up. And that's where you want to enter in your long position. That's what I mean when I say enter a long position into a position of power. Like when you really get a good long position, and then you can be like Crypto and like have some incredible trades and have some incredible gains and really be substantial like in your position. Like, I would rather like don't bet the farm, but if you're going to, like don't, but if you're going to, do it from a position of power. Don't just, Hail Mary one of these guys right here. I mean, this isn't even confirmed, I don't think. I think this green dot just came on. And so I just had to make the live stream to talk about it. Yeah, this hasn't even been confirmed yet. But do you get what I'm saying? Like if you're buying right now and you're like, "Oh crap, like this could be the bottom." If you have buying power, if you're just buying, if you're not leveraging, you know, right now, like I put in 25% of my new buying power into Ethereum basically to hold that. And then as we potentially, I'm expecting we move lower still. I think we're going to come up a little bit, retest this area, and then move lower, is my exact prediction. But that's what the TAs looks like to me. Because when you go on the higher time frames, it's more bearish. But these lower time frames could correct, but we're going to need to see a lot more correction that we haven't seen yet. And then essentially, we got our targets, around the 22,000 dollar area. And I know it's correcting a little bit, so it doesn't seem like that's the case. Who knows? We got our targets between 22,000 and 26,000, and so I'll cost base average the remainder of my Ethereum that I'm trying to buy into another 25 percent of my Ethereum. I would cost base average in at these lower prices. I don't want to nickel and dime like a buy in. I want to nickel and dime in a long position or a short position. And so, like, as far as am I longing Ethereum right now? Well, yeah, I have a small long position that just went into profits, but nothing substantial. And I'm definitely not putting up a long right here unless I was day trading, but I'm a swing trader. I'm not gonna day trade these markets. But if I was, and you wanted to be a lot riskier, I mean, remember this is on the hourly chart. The 4 hours not really backing anything up. Those momentum waves haven't crossed bullish yet as far as high to low, high, all time like higher high to higher or to lower high. Those waves aren't there. So we can look at that in a second. I just want to know if you guys have any questions. No questions so far? Okay. Just ask me questions if you have any questions. But here, let me go to the 4 hour, break it down. You're like, oh, it's correcting. What are you doing? Listen, we got this. We have this low right here. We have a lower low right here. That's bearish. And then basically, we haven't seen that bearish ideology play out yet. And when you look at the waves, they're getting better. I think that last night's stream, we ended right here, and that was just really bearish, starting to look good. Like, you see this green dot, and you're like, oh, we're good. Nah, we're good. And then, but look at this, like, fractal idea. We see this green dot right here, and then look at the price action, and it dumps. You see right here, and it dumps. You know, look at the green dot right here, and then it dumps. And there's that red dot goes down a little bit. Oh, green dot, and then it dumps again. So you really want to get into a position of power. We want to find that area that we're going to look at, that we can ride along all the way up to 54,000. And right now, with this idea, until we start seeing this flip green, until we really start to see this money momentum flip green and start in an uptrend, And how's the RSI looking? RSI is looking decent. But this is the other idea that I was looking at last night. Like a lot of the RSI, especially on the 1 hour, we see a lot of resistance. We see price comes up, hits the RSI, comes down. Price comes up, hits the RSI right here and comes down. Like this is a very strong resistance level right here. So if we were to potentially break that, just an idea, we only have so much room on the RSI to come up. And I'm thinking that that gap right there, I mean, look at it right here. That gap right here, we could come up, hit that inverse head and shoulders measured move, retest it as bearish, not having enough momentum, buying momentum, and then drops back down. Again, we need to see the market sentiment. The only reason I'm bearish, I know on the short term it's looking good. I know, but we're not looking at the short term like entirely, because in the short term, yeah, I agree. It's probably going to come up and test this consolidation triangle right here. That's probably what's going to happen, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if this resistance holds or breaks. Okay, but in the longer term, I mean, look at the idea. You know what I'm saying? Ask me questions. I just wanted to give you guys this little update. So I'm not going to be on here for too long. Like, if you have any immediate questions, just ask me real quick. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I wanted you guys to make sure that, what's going on, what's good. I guess we can go down a little bit lower time frame, see what's going on. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the 1 hour and the 4 hour are plenty. It looks like, we could, yeah, hit this area, and we'll see what happens at this area. I'll probably stream again later when we hit this area, see what happens, and then come down. These are the areas that we're looking at. If it hits this area right around 27,600, like, if I buy Bitcoin, it's going down. And really, that's why a lot of my power, a lot of my buying power on my buys, like on my money that I'm adding to the space, and a lot of my money that's already tied down, and I'm using to leverage. A lot of that money is not in this market right now, because better to be safe than sorry, and right now we're not at a position of power. But it's decent to have a little bit of stake in the game. It's not entirely bearish, it's more so neutral than anything right now. And, this is kind of the sentiment. Let's see if there's anything else. I guess we can go 15-minute for a second, and then I'm going to head out of here, because there's nothing really more that I need to cover. Like, that's pretty much it. 15. 15, potential top on these waves. Looking a little more likely. You got these nice green uptrend. We're in a constant uptrend according to 15. I mean, these aren't saying like long, these are just like, we're going up in an uptrend. Money's coming in decent. It's still, you have a high and then a higher low, or yeah, a higher low. So, I mean, I can draw that. Let me get the tool brush out really quick so I can literally draw it, just in case anybody's missing anything I'm saying. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Alright, so you got this right here. This is the head. And this right here is potentially the shoulder. And this right here is potentially the other shoulder. So you have one shoulder, one head, another shoulder. This is an inverse head and shoulders. So like I've been saying a lot on this channel, every single idea, like when you have a double top idea, the inverse of that's a double bottom. When you have a head and shoulders, the inverse of that is a inverse head and shoulders. And potentially we broke this neckline, measured move. You measure from the bottom to where the neckline potentially is, like around this area, and then you get this measured move essentially right around where this greater, oh, it's drawn, but you have that blue stick right there basically measuring up right where this is gonna hit, right where this outside of the consolidation pattern is. And so like yeah, I like I think that yeah, it's possible that we fulfill this measured move, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what the market sentiment is. But I'm expecting that we'll probably hit this move, get rejected, and then move lower. But who knows? So we'll get there when we're there, but we're taking it level by level, and that's the idea we're looking for. The other idea that we're looking for is you have this golden pocket right here, this 618, and let's see if Bitcoin's price comes down. Let's see if it finds that as resistance or support. So if it comes down and breaks it, then this move might not even play out. This move might get invalidated. Really, like this area right here, if we break through this, if the price comes down, breaks through this, is more so more likely to get invalidated, or we could have a potential double bottom. There's just not, I could go over scenarios all day, but we need to see. We need to see if we're gonna go back into the golden pocket area down here, or if we're more likely right now to go up, test this area, come back down. But we'll see. This is what we're looking at. This is the line we're looking at. $15-minute. So, yeah, on the 15, I don't know if it's still gonna give me my drawing tool. Okay, nice. So you can see it's hard to see, but you should be able to see that this is a high right here. This is like the highest point locally of this green right here. And then this is a lower high. This high is smaller than this high. Or this high right here is higher than this high. So essentially you have this downwards momentum, and until that's broken, you know, it's that's basically what we want to see for the price to continue higher. We want to see this momentum, this green momentum wave break above this high right here, which is probably going to happen. The other thing is though, you constantly find support on this line right here. I mean, look at it. It's like or resistance. I mean, you constantly find resistance. Hit it, 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 resistance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys get the idea. So we really want to see more volume come in. Do I not have a volume indicator? Yeah, we want to see more volume come in. It's technically trending downwards, you can see right here. And then, I mean, it just falls off a cliff. Like, it's not even like just a downtrend in volume, it just straight up falls off a cliff. So, like, really, it would be like this. And so, yeah, we need to see this volume come up. I mean, because we're in a bull trend right now in the micro time frames. In the micro time frames, we're in a bull trend. So let's see some volume, candle volume come in, supporting the idea that we want to continue going higher. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that would negate this idea. Again, this is on the 15, so don't take it with everything. This is just the 15. Like this is like if this was on the weekly, that would be something to take into consideration. But essentially, we're just want to negate this fractal idea on the this is basically the RSI. So we want to negate this fractal idea on the RSI, push higher, set a higher high, get the money flowing, get volume, pick it back up. That's what we're looking for. Oh wait, let me check real quick. Let me check this RSI. It's not gonna let me. Let me just check this. Ask me a question. I'm about to go. I'm just checking one more thing for you guys, and then I'm about to go. So ask me a question before I go if you have any questions. Yeah, we just flipped bearish on the RSI on the lower time frames. So yeah, we definitely, right now, it's not it. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not it. Maybe we're cooling off, consolidating, maybe we'll move up higher to that measured move. But right now, that's not it. Alright, any questions? Heart. Hey bud, do you know about VGX? Um, I'm big into crypto, but VGX. Let's see, coin, nice. Um, Voyager. I've heard of Voyager and I know it's popular. I haven't really looked into it a whole lot. I know it's on the up and coming. Like, a lot of people are talking about it. I'm just more of like into the bigger caps right now. So like the quick answer is like I know it's hot in the space right now, but I've not personally looked into it myself. No. Um, I'm more so focused on like the mid or the large caps right now. Um, what's Bitcoin dominance doing right now? Um, and like because that's really, I mean, Bitcoin dominance has got to move it down a lot lower. We got to get a little bit more money into the large caps before we start moving into the mid caps. Bitcoin dominance, what is this, the 15? Let's go to the hourly to get a better idea. But if you have any other altcoins you're looking at, like that just happens to be one of the ones I don't know about. I've heard of it and like I've seen a little bit and I've probably watched a video or two on it, but I just don't remember it. Bitcoin dominance is pretty low though. It's on the 1 hour. Shoot. Ask me questions. Like if you have any questions about other coins. Um, Really, as far as altcoins go, nothing's really gonna outperform Ethereum in my what I think, what I've seen, just with all the different coins right now. Maybe once we get into some mid caps, obviously higher risk, higher reward. So we'll see, but we're just not there yet. Um, we want to continue to see this, and then we want to see like a little bit of return to more of those larger caps before the mid start pumping. Like Ethereum is like nice, nice. And then yeah, this one right here, nice. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely the momentum to push this down. Oh, well, that's up. This is bullish, and that's gonna be bad for altcoins. I was so focused on Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. We're not looking too good on BTCD on the 1 hour. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna head out if there's no more questions. Um, yeah, as far as altcoins go, just let me know. Ask me. I'm a big Cardano guy. That's my thing. I'm a big Cardano guy. Right now is not really the amazing time to get into it. Like I said, ETH is probably like risk to reward everything. ETH's just it right now. Like it doesn't matter. ETH has high gas fees. Like trust me, I get all of that. I think Cardano is way better than ETH. But you just got to understand the markets and where the money's going to flow. If you got some small cap on like, whatever, and you're like, oh, well, this is the best crypto ever, it doesn't matter. Understand where the money's flowing in right now. All the money's probably going to be flowing in to Ethereum. That's what I'm thinking. But if you have any questions about altcoins, you want to talk to me about altcoins, just let me know. All right, I'm heading out.